Hello everybody and welcome back. We're back today reviewing the whole PangYa Korea natural wind that just came out 24 hours ago. And this is kind of spontaneous because I wasn't expecting to make this video in particular. But things are changing and I should address some of it. And look at how low that resolution is. Damn. It almost looks normal again. This was originally going to be a three-part video, but just knocking it down to two for a couple reasons. One being the two games I did, I was terrible at them. You don't even need to see them whatsoever. I just sucked that badly, so it's done. You're not going to see them. That's my reason. But the other reason being that there's quite a few you asking a few questions, and Twins, which kind of blows my mind, was asking the most questions that got me really thinking about how the game's working and everything like that. And because of him, I've actually found a couple more things I did not see before. And so, how this video is going to go down is I'm going to answer all the questions that were given to me, and then show off what I personally found. And then we'll go straight into the game and show off the two characters, and we'll have fun from there, I guess. So then, the reason at this lower resolution, first of all, before I start doing anything, is because at the lowest resolution possible, you can actually see everything you can. However, when you get into the game, it just looks really ugly, so, you know, almost at that point, pick your poison. Do you want a small screen to barely see, but have good graphics in the game itself, or do you want to be able to see everything on the screen, and have choppy graphics in the game itself? So if you start the game and whatnot, well, I'm actually in the lobby now, or the lounge server. Switch out! Damn it! There we go. No one's here. Or at least not many people are here anyway. Let's see, low resolution, you can see everything just fine. It's normal. And I don't know if I brought up in the last video or not, but you can access your character. It's just kind of like skewed. You can see it behind, but you can't see it in this. I don't get why you couldn't just do it here. It's weird. Also, another thing is that you can see how many comments you have left, or asterisks, depending on where you're from. This is nothing new, honestly, because Japan's had this as long as I can remember, so, you know, it's one of those, it's about damn time, because Japan has had this since, like, 2010? That's around the time I started playing, I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we'll just keep it at this resolution for now. Okay, on to the question portion real quick. The thing I've been asked the most is, do I have to buy the item set for Hana and Yuri twice, or is it combined? And the answer is, sadly, you cannot. You have to buy them separately, because you see this right here? Natri made this so the game would think this is a new character, therefore you have to buy everything like a new character should. So if you got anything from this Hana, you have to rebuy it for this Hana. Hence the reason why, where am I going? Hence the reason why you have to buy that all over again. If you had this when you were like a junior or something like that, you have to buy that all over again. You have to buy the whole hair color all over again. There's no self-design, so that's pointless to even be here right now. For now. So yeah. You have to buy it all over again, unfortunately. And even scratchy, because think about that real quick. Everything looks so big, I can see everything. There's two different sets for this Hannah and that Hannah. So, you know, if you're trying to go for one, just do note right now that you may win it for that one instead, and you might not get the one you want overall. Even though Hannah doesn't look that much different from the one we know now, you know, but if you're nitpicking like I am, you know, you might get frustrated by that. Next question, and the rest comes from twins. The next question is a very good question, actually. Is Class 3 from Grand Prix natural or not? And before I get into that, let me explain real quick that what he's talking about is if you go into your profile, if you look at your total records, your overall records, you get natural, you have this neat little slot right here, and original. Original being that the wind goes one direction on every hole, you know. It'll go 360 degrees to the left, one hole, and then it'll go 180 degrees to the right, next hole, and whatnot, so, you know. And then, if you know what natural is, it's just swaying all over the place, and it gets everyone frustrated. Unfortunately for this, that's my achievements, thank you. Unfortunately for this, original is scrapped. You have no way of playing the original courses no more. So, if you're not into winds just swaying left and right all the time, then yeah, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. That's that right there. But as per his question, which I think is kind of amusing, there you saw this. Class 3 is natural free. I mean, you can play any of them. None of them have natural whatsoever. But why would you want to play this to begin with? Because first of all, look at the levels and, you know, the odds of even winning a, you know, the top 3 spot in any of these matches are ridiculous. And plus it gets stupid little tidbits like this, like you can only shoot for 10 seconds or you can't use power shots or whatever. And funny enough, even the little tutorial thing for the whole Grand Prix thing, like if you did that, you get the Grand Prix title. They're all natural too, and if I recall correctly, like 1 or 2 of them weren't natural, so that's kind of weird. But natural is the norm of this game now, so, you know, unfortunately get used to it, or I guess leave, because they ain't changing it. Despite so many complaints from this server. And I'll get into that in a couple minutes, like, there's a lot of people not happy with the changes right now. The next question I was asked is, are the decorations in your room still there? And the answer is, unfortunately, no. If you go into shop, you'll notice that you get your little fun little tabs that you can do with, you know, that for your profile and whatnot. And they go straight into your mascots. And right in between was your decorations for your room and whatnot. That's no longer there. You go into your room, it's the same thing. So even your furnace is gone, which is interesting because for many years they've had that furnace event where you can like go into other players' rooms and steal their yams, which was always fun. But I guess that was taken out entirely. I think your posters are still intact because I saw in one of the Korean pictures that I saw a picture of Aaron's birthday poster over here. So you may get to keep those. I'm not quite sure because I don't have any myself. And if I can get back into Japan, I might be able to show that off when it comes out over there. But for now, I'm declaring that like none of your items but the posters are there. That's all there is to it. The one thing that really confused me, and it was brought up once by twins, that, you know, the cards are a little more... It's a little more tricky around here because now, if we can come back into here if we will, you notice that there's no card slots for any of my sets. And even the clubs are, like, rid of everything. And even for this, you might say, well, it's rentals, and I don't know if you can put cards on rental or not, but just to show you that, you know, even the card slots on here are taken away forever. And if I click on that, that's going to kill me. But I found a trick to get around it for the moment. Because if you can come into here, and this is kind of convoluted, but I hope they fix that soon. Come in here, and now I can access everything. This is all you get. You get 3 slots for characters, 2 slots for caddy, 2 for NPC, and 2 for bonuses. And some of you might be asking, well, what about that stupid card slot that you can put onto your clubs? And if I can ever get to it, that thing right here, because that would automatically go towards your clubs. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think he was saying that if you purchase one, if I can get back home, thank you. If you purchase one and access the card slots and everything like that, it'll just give you an extra slot. So it might, I'm presuming, I don't know. I might have to ask him again, and I might be totally wrong on this, so please don't quote me, but, you know, that's what I'm assuming he was getting at. If you bought one, you can put it on here, but you can't equip the clubs, you can't equip the characters. You have to do it in here now. And also, the only way to upgrade your character is by going here now. And this will tell you everything right here, like, I have 24 power, therefore I lose 2 control, making it 26, 12, 9, 16. You can come to this tab. This is where it gets interesting, because now you can access all sorts of fun little stuff right here. And I'll get into more detail for that in just a moment. Another thing that I didn't notice before is that the whole Tiki Points thing is completely rearranged around. Meaning the only way you can access Tiki Points now is by gathering 1,000 miles. And how you do that, you ask? Let's go to my cards and show you that way. Because, like, 1 equal, like, so many points, right? Well, now it equals 10 miles. And you have to get 1,000 miles to actually do it. And for, like, cards like this is rare cards, so that's worth 2,000. I can get 2 points from that. That sounds really stupid. You know. And you can't buy Tiki Points from here. You actually have to come over here now to actually buy them. So, see. Now this is how you do stuff. But it goes so much deeper than that. I didn't expect this one bit, because with these same Tiki Points, you can come back here and you can unlock power slots to your character. So, like, if I want to access this one, it's 1 Tiki Point. If I unlock that, then it's 3 Tiki Points, 8, 12, 18, 30, 40, 45, 48, and this most ridiculous one for 1 power slot is 100 Tiki Points altogether. And it sounds like, you know, Tiki Points are a lot harder to collect overall now. But yeah, in case you were wondering how any of this works, now you just go into here, access what you want. Let's assume we want that. We equipped it. It's good. Now we have, I think it's a power slot. Yeah, it's a power slot. If you want to de-equip it, just use that, and you're done. For anyone freaking out, don't worry. Card removers are like candy over here. You can get them anytime you want. Just to show you real quick, just to taunt ya. Oops. That's it. Like, I can transfer those and make 2 more. And now I got them back, so it's okay. Don't panic. It's good. It's candy over here. And also, I am not entirely sure about the whole Auto Calipers thing, and I'll get into that when I get into. I'll get more into that when I start the game and everything like that. But basically, this thing is useless almost to the point where I almost don't want to buy them no more. because they're that bad. And I was thinking, well, maybe this new caliper is just something that they just gave out. Can I just access my inventory and just pull my old ones out? Because we'll go back to, say, 2012. That's still the new one, so they're all the new ones. Don't get it. But something that's making me even ponder even more is, you come back to here, you got this item slot, and you see the calipers we're used to, the same amount of calipers we're used to. Don't know where to find them in game. I've looked everywhere, and I've so far had not come across anything that would, you know, tell me that I could get it. I've looked in the shop, I've looked in here, I've looked pretty much everywhere, and if this is the caliber I have to play with at all times, it's not even worth buying no more, honestly. And like I said, I'll show that to you more in game. But basically, you know, you had no choice but to use that, because say you want to buy it in the shop and get around it, it's still there. It's the same ones. The old ones are nowhere to be found. And by the way, this is a dick move on the tree's part, just taunting the sea, but no buy button anywhere. I hate them for it. Just saying. That's so rude. But yeah, just absolutely cannot access the old calipers, and I really wish they would come back. And I think that's my entire observation that you should know about. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So now let's get into the game directly and get our characters out. Let me choose Hannah first, because I have her all prepared. And how things are going to go down is we'll do your standard normal game, except we'll do 9 back, and we'll do Blue Lagoon, if I can find you, for both characters. So 9 for one character and 9 for the other character. And if you don't want to watch this, you can turn it off right now, but I advise you to stick around because I can show you a little bit more, because there's also this assist button on. And by the way, here you go, twins. And this is an interesting little thing right here. Turning it off does nothing, but if you turn it on, certain things happen in the game, and also if you use it in the game, and it'll also show up on your records. So if you don't want that looming over your head, then you turn that off at all times if you play your games. Because it's basically a cheat mechanism, that's all there is to it. So I'm all equipped, and I'm ready to go. Let me change my resolution and I'll come right back.